there, dudes and dudettes. This is your fun-loving DJ Spinner at KJOY, where God's word is always true. Today you'll be hearing an old story dressed up in new clothes. It's all about a dreamer, his coat, and how God works through even the craziest of circumstances to bring about his purpose. The year is 1959. The place is Papa Jake's Rise and Shakes, and it's the first day of summer! Yay! Business was booming, but one young girl always seemed to be missing.
Hey, where's Joe?
Or his head in the clouds.
We do all the work, but Dad likes him best. He thinks he's something special.
He thinks he's a big shot.
We think he's dreamy. Has anybody seen Joe? No!
Delivery!
And so, this is how the adventure begins. On an ordinary day, with an ordinary delivery for a not-so-ordinary boy with an extraordinary dream.
I said delivery. Hey, who's in charge around here? Which one of you is Papa Jake?
That's our dad, but he's out of town. These are my brothers and sisters. This is
Annette. Cubby.
I'm JD, and I guess I'm the head honcho right now.
Fine, Miss Honcho. Sign here. This is your last shipment of supplies for the summer. Make it last. See you in September.
This was a downer for the diner. They were now short-handed and short-supplied.
It's our last shipment, JD, and summer's our busiest time.
Yeah, what if we run out of food?
And what if we run out of cooks? It's almost noon and I haven't heard a peep from Joe.
Joe!
I've got to get me a nicer sounding alarm clock.
Wake up! You've been sleeping on the job again.
I can't help it, JD. I try to get a good night's sleep, but God keeps sending me these dreams, like the one I had last night.
Here we go again.
Wait, this was the biggest one of all. It was in CinemaScope and Technicolor and 3D. There's the sun and the moon and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 stars. And they were all bowing down to me. Ta-da!
And what did God tell you this dream meant, Joe? That you'll be the boss of us?
Are we supposed to bow down to you?
In your dreams, what do you think Dad would say?
Special delivery from Papa Jake.
Hey, Mr. Postman, look and see. Is there a letter in your bag? For me?
No, but I do have a letter and parcel for Master Joe.
Master?
I don't write them, I just deliver them. Toodaloo.
Joe was only concerned with the box, but the letter was about to rock and roll JD's world.
Dad says he'll be away all summer.
What?
He's opening up a Papa Jake's West.
No way.
He's put Joe in charge here at home.
Seriously?
And in honor of his promotion, he's given him...
Dad's prize leather jacket, out of sight.
No! That's the last straw.
He thinks he's such a big deal.
We've got to do something about Joe.
But the day was only getting started, and a big change was blowing in the wind.
Adulation could be so exhausting. I think I need a nap before lunch.
Just then, the big change arrived in a woody wagon.
Bonsai Beach Buddies, we're on our way to Pharaoh's Point and are needed for sustenance. You got any?
Unfortunately, we only have fries and shakes.
Gnarly. We'll take a dozen each.
JD, we hardly have enough food as it is. They'll ruin us.
No, that'll help. I have an idea. Excuse me, Beth. Who are you?
My name's Hot Dog, but my friends call me Hot Dog.
All right, Mr. Dog. I'd like to offer you a special deal today. 2 dozen fries and shakes in exchange for... Given that 3 rolls and a one-way ride to Pharaoh's Point.
Okay, that seems fair. Hey, Wipeout. Tie Snoozin' Boy over there on top of the wagon with the other surfboards.
No. But first, take off his jacket.
Here go, bro. Won't be needing that where he's going. Bonsai Beach Buddies, it's Pharaoh's Point or bust.
Dude, it was totally gnarly they gave us all this food just in exchange for taking some kid back to Pharaoh's Point, bruh.
Totes, dude.
This is one wild dream.
Well, he sure is a dreamer.
Yeah, no duh. Now let's go eat the grub.
The what?
You're killing me, Smalls. Grub is food.
Oh, alright. Well, then let's go, bruh.
Let's go
Going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the skies, little Einsteins.
The day had started out with Joe waking up from a dream about his future, but now it seemed like his dreams were crashing down like the waves on Pharaoh's Point.
Whoa, where am I?
Hey, dude, you should ride with us to Pharaoh's Point.
What's that?
Well, up there is a lot of sun, and down there is a lot of sand. It's called a beach.
But where's the diner? Where are my brothers and sisters? And where's my jacket?
They're all Splitsville, man. Looks like your relations wanted to send you on a permanent vacation. So mellow out, hang loose, and hang time, bro.
Aloha, Joe.
Excuse me, have we met before?
He's so dreamy.
If this is another dream, somebody else is gonna have to explain it to me.
And just when Joe felt like nobody in the world could ever feel as bad as he did, he met somebody who felt worse.
Get your ice cold drinks here. Best liquid refreshments on the beach. Special today at Coco's Walk-In Watering Hole.
Perfect, I'm parched. Hey, over here, I'll take one.
At your service. What would you like?
How about a Coke?
Don't carry it.
Mountain Dew?
Nope.
Sprite?
Sorry, but this is what I do have.
This? This is bottled water. Who in their right mind is gonna wanna buy bottled water?
No one, apparently. Business has been a bit slow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here's your water back.
I'll keep it. I don't have any receipts anyway.
Well, that's lucky for me. I don't have any money. I'm Joe, by the way. Confused and lost.
Glad to meet you, Joe. I'm Coco. Broke and stuck.
Looks like we're both in need of some direction.
Yeah, I know I want to help people, but I'm never sure how to go about it.
I know what you mean. My dad always said that we should trust God with the future. He's always at work, even when we can't see what he's up to.
Your dad sounds like a really smart man.
He is. I wish you were here now. I'm in need of some advice. I've got so many questions. This is a surprise, it's hard to believe. I have to wonder why this is happening to me. Do I know better? I'd like to think I do, but I know God knows what's best for me and you. Yes, I know God knows what's best for me and you.
Knows
Make way for the great kahuna.
The Great Kahuna?
His real name's Melvin, but never call him that to his face.
What does he do?
He basically runs the beach. Just do whatever he says.
The great kahuna would now like to question the stranger in the cheap lays and a puzzled expression.
I think he means you.
Mr. Kahuna? I'm honored to meet you.
Please, you may call me Great.
Thank you, Great, and you may call me Joe.
So, Joe, how long have you been on the beach?
I don't know.
How'd you get here? How long will you stay? When will you leave?
I don't know. I really don't.
It appears you don't know much. You don't know much about anything, do you, Joe?
Well, my friend Coco and I were just talking about that. We're trying to trust God with the things that we don't know.
Oh, him? There's not much need for him on this beach. After all, you have me. Captain Shuby!
Yes, sir?
I charge this confused young man to your care. Find a job for him to do that will give him some sense of direction.
I'll do my best, sir.
Joe, this is my captain. This is Captain Shuby, my deputy. You'll work for him now. My assistant, Orchard and Hibiscus, will show you the ropes. Good luck, even with that god of yours.
Wow, Coco, imagine. I've been here less than a day, and I already have a job.
Don't get too excited, Joe. Kahuna doesn't treat his workers very well. A lot of them say they feel like slaves.
Well, that won't be me. See, I'll be the best worker that they've ever seen.
So, Joe, what can you do?
I've been told I interpret dreams pretty well.
Oh, that's useful. Well, since we don't have any openings for dream interpreter at present, you'll be assigned to a different position on the beach.
Like what? Will I be a VP or a CEO?
No, you're a TF.
A TF?
And so, Joe began the most menial of jobs, but he was way grateful for his new digs in this strange place, and he started each day by thanking God. Many days went by, and Joe made good on his promise. He was the most primo worker they'd ever seen.
Excellent performance, Joe. You set a towel folding record. In recognition of your work, I'm promoting you to a surfboard waxer. Carry on.
And Joe tackled his new job as before, with off-the-charts awesomeness. The days had turned into weeks, and Joe is becoming famous as the best worker on the beach. But some of his colleagues were jealous and falsely accused him of stealing.
Captain Shuby, Joe stole our legs and wouldn't give them back. And so we screamed.
The captain burned with anger, and Joe was put in the Surfside Slammer. But even in jail, the Lord was with him. Sometime later, two vendors from the beach displeased Kahuna, the hot dog baker and the snow cone cupbearer. They were thrown in jail with Joe. While there, they both had dreams.
Can you interpret our dreams for us?
God will help me.
Joe predicted a good outcome for the cupbearer, but for the baker, not so much. And soon, news of Joe's abilities reached Kahuna, and he sent for him.
Joe, you've been released. The Great Kahuna wants to see you. Now!
The sun was not shining quite so brightly over Pharaoh's Point anymore. The summer was ending, clouds were gathering, and an ill wind had begun to blow. Kahuna had spent many fitful nights, haunted by his dreams, and so he summoned Joe to ask for help. It had been many months since Joe had stood before the Great Kahuna, needing a job and a place to stay. But now, Kahuna needed something from Joe.
Everyone says, when you hear a dream, you can interpret it. Is that so?
Actually, that's not true.
It's not?
No, God is the one who interprets the dreams. He will reveal what it means.
I understand. It appears there is a need for God on this beach. And now, I will tell you about my dream.
And so, Kahuna shared his dream with Joe. The dream was, indeed, strange and perplexing. Every creature on the beach was starving, and none of the coconut trees had coconuts. And God revealed to Joe what it meant.
The time of fun and sun may only be for a season, and it's coming to a close. Can't you hear that thunder in the distance? A storm is on its way, and it will cause much destruction, not only on the beach, but on the mainland. Food and water will be in short supply.
What can we do?
We must begin to prepare immediately.
And so we will. Captain Shuby, gather everyone together. And Joe, I am promoting you to lifeguard. You will direct the operation. Now, where is that girl that sells oddly contained water?
Coco's Walking Watering Hole at your service, your Kahuna ship.
Good. Kahuna, you will set up the food and the water station. You will need help, a lot of help from people once the storm has passed.
You picked the right girl for that job, sir.
I knew God had a plan for me.
Attention, everyone. It's time to stock up and hunker down. Captain Shuby, sound the alarm.
And the storm descended on the once sunny beach, but with Joe giving directions, they knew they'd find their way to safety.
Joe, do you think we're gonna make it?
My dad always said God was closest when the hour is darkest.
Then God must be right here beside us.
That's his promise, and it's a keeper.
The storm had ended, and as the sun rose, so did everyone's hope, and they slowly began to rebuild their community, and not on shifting sand, but this time on solid rock. The beach community had never felt more like a community. They found out the harsher the winds, the stronger they stood together. Orc and Hibiscus helped organize a clothing cabana. Hot Dog and Mr. Snowcone ran a food pantry, and Coco could not keep enough bottled water in stock. Even Captain Shuby and the kahuna helped out.
So, we're supposed to do with all these towels, Shuby?
Fold them, sir. Fold them.
And directing them all was Joe. He was more than just a lifeguard on the beach. Now even people on the mainland were hearing that there was food and supplies at the beach because of Joe. Everyone now called him Governor. Quite a change for the dreamer from the drive-in. In fact, he had a hard time even remembering that former life. Until one day, that former life arrived on the back of a bunch of choppers. It was the crew from Papa Jake's Fries and Shakes, and they were hungry.
Welcome to Pharaoh's Point, everybody. It looks like you've traveled a long way.
We have. We used to run a drive-in up north. I'm JD, and these are some of my brothers and sisters.
We're real hungry, and we heard you had supplies to share.
We do. I'm sure we can help if you would just speak to our governor, and we'll make sure your needs are met.
Now Joe was seated high up on the lifeguard tower, and as soon as he saw his brothers and sisters, he recognized them. But they didn't know it was Joe. He was tanned, his clothes were different, and the sun was in their eyes. But then Joe came down from the lifeguard stand to talk to them.
I see you've traveled a great distance. Have you come for food?
Yes, Governor. We had little food to spare before, and now it's completely gone.
We had a drive-in restaurant up north, but the storm destroyed it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was anyone hurt?
No, everyone made it out in time.
We heard that somehow you knew the storm was coming and that you saved many supplies.
We were hoping we might buy some.
Oh no, ma'am. Our food's not for sale. It's free.
Free?
This is my assistant, Coco. She's in charge of the food in the water stand.
I'm pleased to meet you.
I'm afraid that we may not have any extra food at this time.
Governor, what are you saying?
Coco and I will have to check the inventory. Please come back tomorrow morning and we'll give you our decision.
We understand. Thank you, sir. We'll see you then.
This was a turn of events that Joe did not expect. He was deeply surprised to see his family after so much time, and even more surprised how that made him feel.
Joe, why did you say that? We have more than enough food, and we have pledged to help any stranger in need.
They aren't strangers, Coco. They're my brothers and sisters.
Your brothers and sisters? You told me they never wanted to see you again, that they sent you away while your father was out of town.
That's true, but they seem to have changed.
They didn't recognize you.
No, I'm sure I've changed as well.
What are you gonna do, Joe?
I don't know. I think maybe I'll just sit on the beach and count the stars. I used to be really good at that once.
Counting stars, huh? You know, that might be easier on the top of your tower.
No, I think I can see God a lot more clearly from down here.
But you're on your knees.
Exactly. I've been praying, and I'm starting to realize that even though my brothers and sisters did something terrible to me, God must have wanted to use it for good.
You're right, Joe. God brought you here to provide them and us with food and save all of our lives. I think you know what God wants you to say to your family, Joe.
Yes, I do know. God has forgiven me of all the bad things I've done, and that makes me want to forgive my brothers and sisters.
They're the ones who sent you here, Joe, but it was God at work all along. And I can see that He's at work in you too, helping you forgive. What's just around the bend, or how words your actions aim to ruin will feel. But in this life of faith, we live what we believe, and give the gift that each of us receives.
And so, Joe and Coco prayed throughout the night, and as a new day dawned over the beach, Joe knew what he had to do. Many had come that morning to ask for food. Groups of friends, several families, and an older man who came asking for food for an entire village up north. But they waited patiently, as JD and her siblings stood once again before the governor.
Thank you for seeing us again this morning, sir. We hope you've reconsidered our request.
We had to take stock of many things last night, but our storehouse is full, overflowing actually, and we'd be glad to help you with whatever you need.
Oh, thank you, sir. We'll spread word that the governor is the most generous ruler in all the land.
No, JD, I'm not who you think I am. I'm not even from this beach.
You're not?
No, I'm Joe, your brother that you sent to Pharaoh's Point so many months ago.
I don't believe it. Joe, please forgive us.
Yeah, Joe, we all wondered what happened to you.
JD said it would teach you a lesson.
I've learned many lessons. JD,
Yes.
stand up, my sister. Come close to me.
And so, Joe descended his tower and approached his family that he had not seen for so long. They were terrified, but Joe's words were full of kindness and love.
It was God who sent me to save lives, the lives of the people on the beach and on the mainland, especially your lives. Remember how great-grandpa Abe used to always say that one day the world would be blessed through our family?
I do. Forgive us, Joe. What we did was very wrong.
Yes, your actions were meant to hurt, but God meant them for good. Now tell me about our father. Is he still living? Did he survive the storm?
Yes, he did.
The man who had come to ask for food for an entire village was none other than Papa Jake himself.
Papa, we didn't know what happened to you.
Well, when I got home after the storm, the restaurant was gone. And so were all of you. I prayed you had found some safe place to stay. Then everyone told me the story about this beach. And a very wise man who understood dreams and stored up food so that everyone who came to him was saved.
No, Papa. It was God who interpreted the dreams. It was God who told us to store food. And it was God who saved lives. God was with me this whole time, just like you told me he was also with you.
Yes, and he's brought us all together again.
Yay!
Papa Jake, I welcome you and your very interesting family to my beach.
Hey, Joe, who is this guy?
His real name's Melvin, but don't call him that to his face.
I think you should load up what's left of your fries and shakes and move here. You can rebuild your establishment right next to the hut.
Yeah, Papa Jake's Fries and Shakes, south.
Your whole family is invited to live on the best part of the beach and enjoy plenty of fun in the sun.
Yeah!
See what happens when we trust God with the future?
Yep, he's always at work, even when we can't see what he's up to.
I couldn't have said it better myself.